It's time for May's garden tour of my green stalks. I have 3, and it is time yet again to transition out a few things. Look at the lettuce. 100% bolted, and I think we've got a flower here. Almost. Alright, starting here with my green tier. The bottom was dill, and I did get some to germinate. You probably saw that in the last video. And then it just kind of all died off. I have a theory. There is a little bit here still. It should look much further along, much bigger. And I've grown dill in my green stalks before just fine. I think that when I fertilize, all of the nutrition, the fertilizer ends up down here, and the dill doesn't like it that much. That's just one theory. Or maybe it stayed way too moist for it. For some reason, these tiers are staying really, really moist. Next tier up from that, I did put a pepper. And now that our cold nights, hopefully, we've had such a cold month, and it's been shocking and damp sometimes, not all the time, but very cool. I'm going to be going around and cutting off all of the leaves that took damage. I just wanted to wait until we warmed up at night so I didn't have open wounds from where I cut off the leaves to get a little bit of issue started. Nasturtium has been growing. The seedlings that I had in here that I started from seed, the kales, a couple of them died off, and I think only 3 have remained. That one honestly doesn't even look worth keeping. I'm gonna pull it. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Okay. That one looks okay. That one looks okay. So 3 of them survived. And I'd say most of the pockets have a nasturtium. Then we have that one pepper. I'll put the name here. And then the next tier up, I have lunchbox peppers. This one took some damage from some kind of caterpillar or slug or some type of eating insect. That one looks good though. Yeah, that one looks really good. Lettuces are all bolting. I am going to eat it though. I don't care if it's bitter. I'm going to make a salad tonight. We're having grilled burgers. I'm just going to turn mine into a burger bowl. That's my favorite thing to do. And so we've got some empty pockets up on the top for lettuce. I'm going to the garden center tomorrow, and I think I'll buy some starts of lettuce because it's really late for me to start it. I could, but they may not do well. This is the dwarf sweet alyssum that I started and relocated from this green stalk. Looks like I got a lettuce there. I'm not sure what variety. If I do know, I'll put it on the screen. But several empty pockets. And once all of the lettuce is gone, we will have a lot of empty pockets. I'm actually going to start some summer savory. Probably in like these 2 pockets. Yeah, there we go. These 2 pockets. I think that should be plenty. I might just do 1 pocket. Or maybe I'll do, I don't know, 2 or 3. Depends on how much lettuce I buy. My priority is going to be greens that can tolerate some heat. And down here on the bottom tier, about 2 days ago, I went ahead and put some bush beans. They're a dwarf. Can't remember the name. I've grown them on the green stalk before though. So I took a picture that day. That's what I'm growing there. We'll have to think about maybe doing some more bush beans in the empty pockets on that second tier there. And then that brings us up to the top. You can see the lavender survived winter. It's got some new fresh growth. Oh, it smells really good. Let's see what variety it is. So it's just traditional English lavender. That's really nice. Some kind of lettuce. My one garlic experiment, it looks like he's not ready for harvesting yet. I think it's a hardneck, so he should get escape. We'll be watching for that. And then the onions, the bunching onions, these were planted in the fall as seeds. And they're doing quite well. I think I have 3 pockets of onion. Hey guys, rainy day editing update. I went ahead and got all the lettuce. It's a couple days later. And I've decided I'm taking the nasturtium out. They don't like their roots disturbed. It's going to rain all day. It's been raining all night. I'm hopeful they will take the transition over to these 2 tomato containers. This one and this one I'm just going to kind of drape I've already got the holes there. 2 nasturtium per pot in the front. I just kind of want it to drape down. So I'm going to do that because there's only 4 that germinated. And I think they'll do better over here with more sun. And the one other thing I'm going to do for this Greenstalk. Well, okay. So there's a few empty pockets here. I'm going to put about 2 or 3 more of the Little Prince eggplants because I've already got 1 on this tier. And I decided to leave these 3 lettuces. There's 3. They're going to flower pretty soon. And I thought, well, why not I just save the seeds? I like the flowers. They're pretty. I already have a bunch of empty pockets on this tier, so why not? And also, I noticed I've actually got 2 butter crunches left. This one and one over here. I had thought I would put my summer savory on the top, but now I think since we've got so many empty ones here, I am going to put at least, what do you think, 2 or 3 pockets of summer savory? Yeah. And I think this tier is ready to go. And there's that one Little Prince eggplant, and now there will be at least 2 others. I'm thinking with the nasturtium gone, those kales back in through there will get more light, and they're not hanging down and looking pretty the way I had thought they would. As far as the nasturtium, they'll get more direct light over here, because remember, with your Greenstalks, unless you have full sun all day long, I have all these trees to contend with. I rotate them every day, but they're not getting full sun or even full part sun every day, because usually the ones that are pointing this way get the best sun like every other day. Yeah, so nasturtium, much better over there. I think we got a plan for this one. Just notice some romaine lettuce babies are popping. This is a variety that is supposed to be excellent for areas to get really hot and humid. I'll put the name right here on the screen. So we have a lot of babies, so potentially soon I could relocate those babies into some of those empty smaller Greenstalk pockets. Alright, so moving right along to my blue Greenstalk, and you can tell why I call them the colors I do. It's based off of the drain cover color, not the actual color of the Greenstalk. Bottom tier is nothing but orange tom. Probably have to divide that soon and take some out. Second tier up has cinnamon basil. He has survived a lot of cold nights. I'm really proud of him. And then I've got all of these dwarf, patio, I think they're called patio shades, tomato plants. They don't get very big. I think there's 5. Yeah, there's 5 all the way around. This one's getting really big though. And they all may or may not have some bolting cilantro in there with them for pest control. Well, that one's not very big. That's weird. This one's not big. This one is very big. He has no cilantro in the pocket. That is a good observation. I need to do some research. What if... yeah, this one's small too. This one has a lot of cilantro. What if cilantro and tomatoes are not good companions? I need to look that up. Because I know dill, you got to be cautious with dill and tomatoes. And cilantro and dill, I think they're in the same family. I'm going to look that up. That is definitely a laying in bed at night look-up thing where you can't sleep. You got to look it up. We'll be doing that tonight. But look at how pretty the flowers are. I love cilantro flowers. Man, I hope I didn't hinder the growth of these tomatoes. That is very interesting though. Every one that has a lot of cilantro growing is very, very, very small. And then the one that has no cilantro growing, same variety, is at least double, if not 60% bigger. Same variety. That is wild. Alright, next tier up, 2 pixie cabbages. Very tiny, but they're wanting to head up. They don't get very big. Kale. Another tomato. Getting shaded by the sage. Another tomato. And another tomato. goodness. And then we've got a pepper. He's up there with the onions, getting tall. We already looked at the sage, and all of the cuttings from the sage did root, and I did relocate them, and I gave some away. It'll be time to trim him again though, really. And the miniature rose is all flowered out. And now that all of these have flowered, they're so pretty, right? I'm going to give him a hard prune back. There's one up here too. Just so pretty. Another pepper, probably the same variety. And then we've got this miniature rose that has a lot of black spot on it. And after I see the flower, I'll probably give him a hard prune back too, just to kind of take care of some of this disease. We've got Sweet Alyssum that's ready to flower almost. He has been in here all winter, all fall, all spring. Beautiful. I love Alyssum. Little pocket of lettuce. Put the variety on the screen. And then a bunch of onions in different stages. Some have developed flowers, so we'll have seeds soon. This one is getting close to having seeds. And then I have some new plants that I planted early fall that have grown quite a bit. I love having a bunch of onions in my green stalks. It's away from the dog, so Tonto's not tempted to eat an onion. And they're clean. They're up high. I can find them easy when I'm cooking. I just run out here and get some green onion tops. Very nice thing to have. And then our last green stalk is all, well, it's supposed to be all strawberries. There are some leftover lettuces that I missed that are, this one's starting to bolt. These two, I might have a little time on them. I might be able to get some lettuce off of them, but this is Seascape strawberry all the way down. Looks like some of the strawberries, I've been picking them, so this has been an ongoing thing for a couple weeks at least. These are ever-bearing, so we'll give them a cleanup. I'll fertilize them again, and then hopefully we'll get another flush of strawberries in the near future. There's quite a few coming on here too. So sometimes what I'll do also is pick some of the nice big leaves that are disease-free and clean them up and dehydrate them for strawberry leaves for tea. Herbal tea. And this is my yellow green stalk. And these are the bare roots that I planted. They survived, I guess they survived the squirrels. Well, this one did not actually. Poor thing. Yeah. Oh, I hate that. But most of them did okay for bare. So this was my quick update for May on my green stalks. Not much is going to change except for adding more bush bean seeds here and there and lettuce in empty pockets. Maybe I'll squeeze another pepper in here and there, but probably no more tomatoes. I went heavy on the tomatoes in this middle green stalk, and that's probably enough. I don't like when they get too big in the green stalk, but I have grown other varieties that do get much bigger. You can do it. It's just you got to come up with a lot of creative, supportive methods to keep those tomatoes from falling over and falling down. But peppers, especially the compact peppers, they do really, really, really well in the green stalk. So maybe some peppers, more bush bean seeds, definitely some heat tolerant lettuces will need to come in. Oh, there's something flying around me. Yeah, okay. I'll see you guys really soon. I hope you're doing great. And what are you growing in your green stalk?